Welcome back to Handmade by Shirley. Sorry, I've not had a few videos out for a few days since Tag Tuesday, but just been recovering from a bit of a virus, and I also did upload a video, or what I thought I had uploaded a video last night, because I did this card with my card class a couple of weeks ago, and some people, well, one person in particular said they would like to see how this was done. So it's done on vellum, and it's used with sprays, the stress oxide sprays, some other sorts of sprays as well, and then we just used a couple of butterflies and added these glamour flakes from gilding flakes from Lavinia stamps, and then I did a bit of a splatter with some gold on after. So it's really effective, a very nice card. Mine's a bit squint inside, but it's handmade. So so last night I did do a video, and this was the card that came out of it. So I did a background. I didn't do this background, I did this background on pre the video, so I didn't actually do the background, but the video you'll see in the video coming up, which is now getting redone, and this card, the slimline card, will come out soon, today sometime. This is Sunday the 22nd of March, so it will come out soon. So, and what I do is I show you how to make the background. It's obviously not quite the same colours. This was the one that we did with this one. So it was an A4 piece of vellum, and I put various blues on there, and some gold as well, or is it tarnished brass, something. And your vellum does tend to curl up. The best way to dry it is to leave it to air dry, because unless it's heat resistant vellum, it'll be fine to do with a heat tool, but if it's not, yeah, you'll get quite it'll go all mangled. So that was that piece from there, but I thought I wanted to do a sort of more subtle one this time. So this is what I did. So I used sort of greens, and I used Kitsch Flamingo and Tattered Rose, and I think Stormy Sky I might have used as well. And then I just added these lovely, I think these are unbranded. I don't think these are from Craft Addiction, but I used these floral dies just to make the lovely flowers, and then inked in the middle just to give it a wee bit more depth, and then added this, used this punch from Stampin' Up to add the white foliage. So anyway, this video is coming up, so you will see that video. I had also cut out extra, so I'd cut out pink florals, but I'd also cut out the purple ones because I wasn't sure what colour palette background I was going to be doing. So I've got these left, so I thought on this video I'd just make a little sort of floral type card with some vellum, but not the same as this. You'll probably have seen this on my social media pages, Instagram definitely. I'm not sure if it went on Handmade by Shirley on Facebook, but it's definitely on Instagram. So yes, so I thought I'd use these flowers. As I say, I think they're unbranded, but can't quite remember. So I thought I'd just make a simple card. And I've got these stamps as well, which are Altenew Botanical Silhouettes. So I thought I might use this one, or maybe that one, I'm not sure, and just make a quick card with that. I am getting ready to go on holiday for the next week, but there will be videos coming out, not every day, every couple of days. There'll obviously be Tag Tuesday as well, and yeah, just keep your eye out. But they're also, if there's not any videos out. I will try and do, as I say, I'll try and do 3, definitely do Tag Tuesday, and yep, there'll be something, there'll be 3 days worth at least, I would say, possibly 4, depends how much time I have, because I do leave tomorrow, Monday. So I've got 2 square cards here, and I'm going to use some I'm going to use some cream as well, so ivory, so white and ivory with my purple, I think. I'll try it anyway. It might not look great. I can cut, actually can cut white as well, so because I was going to use the vellum. So I hope you're all well, everybody, and you've managed to miss that horrible bug that was on the go. Yeah, it's not very nice. That is an old one of these. Needs to go in the bin. Vellum here, put that to the side for now. We'll be using that though. So, yes. Right, so I was thinking I might try the cream. So here's my... Let's just cut this in half. This is actually a card base, but I'm just going to cut this in half. And I was thinking that can't be right. I've just changed my blade on this because it was quite blunt. I'm just going to get rid of some of that stuff that's in that channel there. That's better. Right, so that is going to measure, just put that to 5, just under 5 here, with that sort of panel there, which might be quite nice. Now, and let's think what for the other one. I could do white. You might do white for that, and then we'll do some line embossing. So we'll make that 5 as well. Or shall we make that a different size altogether? No, let's just make it 5 by 5 as well. I like my square cards, I must admit. If you've been watching me for a long time, you'll know I like my white card. So, and my square card even, I should say, and I do like white card, but I do like my square cards. Right, so here's the 2 of them. That does look quite nice. So let's just get the scoreboard, which is here next to me, and we will do some scoring. So pop these nice florals over to there, and I'll just bring this into. So for this one, so you can either, if you want to emboss it, if you want the embossing side up, you would have to turn it round. So for instance, if I wanted embossing on the silk and weave side, I would turn it round that way. But if I wanted it on the flat side, I would do it on the silk and weave, if you're using silk and weave paper. Now I'm going to do it at 1/2 inch of 5 by 5, and I'm going to do it at 4.5 on that side, and then I'm going to turn it round and do the same on this edge, so at 1/2 inch and at 4.5. Okay, so that gives you the sort of square outline. Excuse me. So that's obviously the embossed side, and that is the debossed side. So I can put a couple of wee lines in the edge here. I could have just left it as is, but I've decided I'd quite like a couple here on the edge of the sort of frame that I've made. And then I'm going to just come down from, I'm going to start it at that bottom line, so it will start to, so just to there, and then the next one will go, should go just to there, so next to the line at the, not right through, so just there. Oh, I'm trying to see, I can't see. That's better. So that does give a real frame, and it means that these bits and these bits didn't go right through. I mean, it could have, it doesn't really matter. So just gently across, don't go on that bit. There we go, down to here, and then probably started here, so it's that one there. So there, and then there we go. Okay, so that does make a kind of definite frame, so I think we'll just go that way for that one. We might put a purple bit in as well. For this one, I think we're just going to go round and make a frame. So this doesn't matter what side, because it's so I'm going to do it at 3/4 of an inch. So that would be at 4 1/4 over there, and then do the same on this side, so 3/4 of an inch and 1/4 on that side. I think that was right. Did I get that right? It doesn't look quite. Ooh, I think I made a mistake there, did I? 3/4 of an inch, and no, it should be right, just doesn't look right, that's all. And I'm going to just do it again here, because I want it to be quite deep, so we'll just go over it again, and then I'm going to use that side, the deboss side as well, which will just go onto there. I'm not sure about the cream though. Right, as I say, I might get some nice purple to go with that. So I can quickly make these flowers up as well. So these flowers, there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, is there only 4? I thought there was 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, oh, there is only 4 layers, that's fine. I'm not sure about that. I think I might be cutting another white piece. Oh dear. Honestly, I'm just not sure about that with the off-white. I don't think it looks right. You are probably saying that to me anyway. You're probably going, no, don't do that, don't do it. Where's the trimmer here? So let's make it 5 by 5 as well. And what we'll do with that one is we'll bring the whole trimmer, the whole this piece back, and I'll just quickly do some lines all the way down. I think I'm not going to bother about. Just going to go every 1/4 of an inch. Oh, wrong one. Just like that. That one a bit more. So 7. So it started from 4 1/4. It was actually 4 1/2. 5, 6 1/2. 5 1/2. Sorry. 6, 6 1/2. 7, 7 1/2, we'll go to 8, 8 1/2, and then we'll just put 9 there, so it's like that, and then we're going to do the same again on this side. We'll start at 5, 5.5, so it's making a sort of checkered background. 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, and then 9. So you get that sort of, you can either have it that way or you can have it that way. I think I'm going to go for the debossed side. Or is that the embossed? No, that's the embossed side. Is it? Yeah, because the debossed is in the way into the card. So, right, and I've also got this stamp. So, I'm going to get stamping with this. So I got this a while ago from a shop called Seven Hills Crafts. It's an all-to-new one called Botanical Silhouettes. So it's got some really nice ones there. So let's just pop, we'll go for this one I think, on there. She says, I do have a bigger block. Where is it? Over here. That other stamp on it. I mean, this block's probably massive. It's a bit too big for this, but anyway, it works, it'll work. So, we're going to go in to this one first with the, I wonder if we do need a bit of light. It's a wee bit dull. Let's put some light on and see if that helps a wee bit. Is that any good? I think that's a bit better because it was a wee bit dull there, I thought. So, we're going to go straight into that middle part, and I'm going to use, where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's on the desk last night. Here we go. We're going to go in with this Versaclear Lilac Bloom. And this is a new ink I've got recently, and I really like it. I like lilacs too, as well as blues and things. So I'm just going to stamp it on the card sheet because it gives me a wee bit more. What am I thinking? Can't think of the word. Right, let's see. There we go. Now that bit didn't stamp properly, but that's okay. I can turn that round and I can then put my flower on there, and that will hide the fact that that didn't stamp particularly well. So let's do another bit of stamping now. I think I will use the other piece now. That off, take this one off. So there's some nice sentiments going along with this as well. Oh, wrong way around. Put that back on there. And I'm going to use this one here in the middle. And I'm going to pop on here. This probably would fit on that actually. Don't need that massive block for this one. Oops. And I'm going to do this one with, now will I do it with this or will I do it with, excuse me, I'm going to just do the same colour, I think. Right. So, not that piece. No, I don't know how that'll stamp onto there. We can try it. Might need another piece of card actually, which I have got over here. And I can cut down to size. I'm going to turn it around so it's on the smooth side. So, just giving that a good old push down. There we go, that's pretty. Nice stamps, these, aren't they? And then I can cut this down to, so let's see what size that is there. That's 3 1/4. So I just cut it to 3 1/4. 3 1/4's there. Might have to see. I think that's okay. So I've got that bit. So yeah, so I've got that and then that, and then that's going to go on to here. Like, oh, I might make it 10-fold for a wee change. That's nice. I think that's pretty nice. Now I'm going to stamp up some of the wording. So we've got "Stay beautiful, you're fabulous." Oh, that seems to be missing. "You're fabulous." I might actually have that already out somewhere, because sometimes I keep a few of them out. Don't see it. Anyway, stay blessed and stay beautiful. So another idea I'm just going to do is just pop a little bit of the leaves on, like the leaves that came, this came with it, this leaf, these leaves. So I'm just going to pop them on at this sort of side. So just, what I'll do is I'll pop as if they're kind of just in the air kind of thing. Let's see. I don't know. I'm just going to do that one just now. And I don't know if we'll be doing any on that one. I was just trying to visualise what this is going to look like. It's kind of going to look like that. So I could put another sort of one there. That didn't come out as well as I had hoped. And maybe another one just there. That'll do. Now, let's try for a nice bit of a sentiment. I wanted that "You're so fabulous," but I don't know where that's gone. Dear. I wonder if I might just put a bit of this on as well. So let's just go for, trying to just keep it all the same kind of colour because it's quite nice. Just really change. So probably that bit, I could put "Stay blessed" in the middle. So yeah, we'll just put another one of them there, I think. That's fine for that one. Right, so I'm going to now put "Stay blessed" in the middle of that one. Which will just go straight in the middle here, so we'll get a bigger block. That one. And I'm just going to keep it all, I think, purple. I mean, I could put black in the middle, but I think I'm going to spoil it if I do that. So I'm just going to pop this straight into the middle. Hopefully it'll go nicely. That's good. So that's that. So let's pop that away just now and we'll concentrate on this for a minute. Put these to the side, get our florals ready for building up. Right, so I'm going to pop this onto, now I did say I was going to use some vellum, didn't I? I haven't done that. So let's just use some vellum. So I'm just going to just rip it. So I always think ripped vellum looks really nice on a card because we can actually just pop a bit over the middle. Not ripping this very well, you know. Let's see, I don't want a big mountain like that, really. mountain. Really, let's see. So it's just a case of ripping it to make it, I just think it looks nicer ripped. So that would go across there, and that would go underneath this bit like that. And you'd still see the stay blessed part. So that's what I am going to do. And then I'm going to pop this up onto foam pads. But first, I want to just glue this down at the back of here. So, kind of just keeping it that where it was. And then you won't see the glue, because if you can't really put, well, glue on vellum, because if I put glue in the middle there, you would see it and it wouldn't look very nice. So, yeah. And then just same at that side, just oh. Go. That's quite nice. I wonder if I can pull it a bit more. It's not quite as tight as I want it. Let's see if that's better. Yeah, that's a wee bit better. Right, so then I'm just going to pop that onto foam tape at the back. Scissors, I saw you a minute ago. Here we go. Still feel that could be a bit tighter. This bit, let's see if we can kind of pull it a bit more. Let's see, I think that's best. Right, so just a few bits of vellum on each piece. Vellum, a few bits of, I meant foam tape. I don't know, I've got vellum on the brain. You knew what I meant, didn't you? Hope so anyway. I'll pop a bit down the middle, just to pop that up. There we go. And then we can quickly, she says, take this off. Come on. Probably could have just done this off camera. Right, I'll be back in a minute when I've took this off. Right, so I've done that. I've put that on foam pads. I've got the bit of vellum across. You can still see the wording. And this one I decided to go ahead and just do it. So what I did was I popped that on down flat. I popped this square piece that was stamped off on foam tape, but then I rotated it to make it like a sort of diamond shape there. So that's all done. I've got my Stay Beautiful to stamp out. I've got a little piece of card here which I will just stamp that onto, and then we can do our flowers and we should be done, hopefully. Let's just actually pop this on to here, and then I'll pick it up with my block, because then I'll know it's the stamp. The actual stamp is straight. So I'll just get my lilac bloom again for Versifine Clear. And so this is basically just keeping it all one colour, and it's really nice with the lilac and the white, I think. So I'll just go to that side, and that's upside down. And I'll just put that on there. Oh, that's a bit, I'll do it again, a bit too funny there. That's better. Still a bit, it's not as crisp. Well, I do it again, third time lucky, you never know. Right, let's just stamp it on. Then we can decide which one to use. Oh no, that one didn't come out very well. Right, I think I'll just go for the middle one because I think it looks okay. So, excuse me, frog in my throat. Let's do that one, I think. A bit squincherly. Go, and then I'm just going to, I think, make this a bit of a fish tail or flag, whatever you want to call it. So I might just put that there, I'm not sure, or I might put it in the middle. But also what I'm going to do is I've got this nice big punch as well, which is a Stampin' Up one, and I'm going to put this piece of vellum over the white, the hopefully it'll cut, it should do. Bad idea, Shirley. Actually, I have got an idea how to do it because I've done this before where that has happened to me. So here is it. I've got a piece of card up here, and what I tend to do, so it's just because probably it's such a small, such a thin piece, and I'm sure you're going to say that to me anyway. So if I put the vellum over the top, that'll give it stability, and it should still punch through better. She said yes, that's much better. So I now have this piece that can go over there. Now, because I'm going to put vellum down, what I'm going to do is put this over the top, so I'll be able to cover my glue with that, because if you just put that down and then you would see the glue through, it wouldn't be very nice really. So just sticking that on there. Can't see it too much, it's actually not too bad, but I'm going to just stick this over here on top so we can just hide any of that glue underneath. So we've got that there, which is quite nice. Is that straight? I think so. Yep. Right, and now what I want to do is just do my flowers, and I will keep, now I will see, I want to put a little bit of dark, some wilted violet in the middle of those, sort of the smallest piece. So I'm just going to put that away because I don't need that just now. And then what I need to do is I need to get my piece of, so I couldn't find my piece of foam that I usually use for my florals when I'm making flowers. So I decided that I'd use this piece of foam from my stamping platform that I've got, because as I say I couldn't find others. So I'll pop those to the side like that, and I've still got those in room. So I've got my ball tool, which I'm going to use to shape the flowers. So I think I've probably did it a bit last night. I sort of went around just squeezing these two pieces together like so. I didn't do that with this. What I did with those ones was I curled them over with my pokey tool like that all the way around. So that just gives a slightly different look, and then obviously I went into the middle of all of these and pressed them, but this time I'm going to just push a little crease, very light, not a crease, down the middle, just a line, and these will stay up like that. Put that to the side. So just a quick squeeze in the middle with So these two, that finger goes in the middle, your thumb and your middle finger squeeze the sides up. I mean, you could do it with tweezers as well, I suppose, if you fancied. I mean, people have got lots of different ways of making their flowers look realistic, so just do either this or what you saw in the last video, or just what you do for your florals. It doesn't have to be this way, this is just a way I do it to make it look realistic. And I really do want to have a shot at making the foam flowers, so I really do want to do them as well because they do look realistic. I think they look lovely because you can obviously form the foam into, you know, when it softens you can sort of tease it and make it look more floral. Right, so that one goes there. So the next thing I did was I just put my ball tool in the middle and just made them sort of come up. Some people do it the opposite way. I like to do it this way. This is my way of doing it, but you can do it. You can also, using the ball pull, is soften the fibres by pushing your ball tool kind of along. This isn't particularly heavy cardstock. I think it's 180 GSM, so you can also do that, and that just softens all the fibres. As I say, some people do it this way, just whatever you fancy really, and then I prefer to do it that way. For me, that is my preferred way. So you can just, I can just push this back up again to what I had it before. So that, and that, and that, and that, and that. And then it's just a case of, what I did with my smallest pieces on the last one was I put some colour into them. And if I find a purpley colour in my brush, it's a blue, but I've got wilted violet here. And what I just want to do in the centre is just put a wee bit darker area into the centre here, and that just kind of defines it. I could do some on the edges as well of some of these if I wanted to. That also kind of makes it look a bit more realistic. I used to do this when I used to have a small business a few years back, and it was baking cake. It was cake decoration. I actually baked the cakes as well, and I used to do that with some of the colouring that you could add to the, if you were doing flowers or if you were doing whatever you were doing, and it just made it look a wee bit more realistic. So yeah, you can do this on paper as well. So I might just do them all a bit, and then that gives a bit of colour to it. So mainly the smaller ones I've done it in the centre because these are going to be the ones that you see the centre of, whereas I've done these ones more sort of the petals, because once that's on top you're not going to see that bit, are you? So yeah, just a wee bit of ink does make it look even more realistic, I think. Yep, so there we go. And then we're just going to put these together and stick them to the card. So basically just, I'll take them off that because I don't want my foam pads, my foam getting glue on it. So just adding, that's probably the bigger one, the smaller one. Right, so that and that, and one of them, I think. Yep. Right, so let's just start with a bit of glue on here. Now you'll notice it has some of the bits that I've, so I'm going to stagger some of the bits I have twisted up, I've kind of flattened it. I can easily sort that. Now, that one looks like it's bigger. Strange. They're definitely two wee ones, so let's just put some more glue. So staggering them as well can make them look much more realistic. I don't need to maybe use all of these actually. Maybe just use a few. That's quite nice. And then that piece in the middle. Just kind of finish it off onto it. Like that. Yep, that's fine. So that would be for maybe this one, which we can put that up to the side there, and then this one we were going to make, so let's just don't want it right on top. I want to try and stagger the petals a bit. That's better. And yeah, I think I've not cut out some of the smaller ones on some of these, so let's just stagger that one. And then this wee one in the middle. Stagger that too. There we go, that's quite nice. And just push them down together. That glue will dry again, so I can actually, don't want to stick it to there, so I can just bring that back in, and then you can see these kind of coming up a bit more again. And I'm just going to stick this one here onto here. Hopefully I'm still in camera shot, and then I'll just pop that on with the tool. So that's one. I'm going to put a centre in, and I'm going to add some leaves as well. So let's just put that on there and give it another. That's better. And we will just put that, I think, probably just there. Yep. That's fine. Right, so last minute finishing touches. I think these are gorgeous myself. May I say so myself? Don't get ink on them though, surely, because oh gosh, I get so much ink and things. Right, so what I want to do is use this as another punch. You've seen me using it on the previous video as well. So I want to do this thing again with the vellum. So I need to pop this behind something, because it won't just cut out these vellum leaves, it will end up. So there's one, two, whoops, and let's try another bit. I'll just move it down a bit to this side. That. There we go. That's fine. So we've got obviously the cream. I don't know if the cream would look quite nice with the vellum. I was going to put vellum on, but I'm thinking these cream ones actually look quite nice. Let's see. Just go for the vellum, because that was what I was initially going for. So just going to pop these in underneath the floral, and as I say, I did something similar on the last video. So just pop them in there, and another one at this side. Just need a wee bit of glue, but it doesn't matter because you're not going to see the glue on that vellum because it's going to be hidden. So that's pretty. And then, no, we're not going to use that. Where's the other bits of vellum? There's one piece, so there's the other. So let's just put these. This side, I think I'll put it under here. Just put that under here, that's fine. And then another piece perhaps under there. Yep, that would be nice. Like so. Go, lovely. And then all I want to do is pop in some gems onto it and we will be done. I know we're at 45 minutes, but it's always nice, I think, to see the process. And if you don't want to watch everything that I've done, I suppose you can fast forward it, but I think it is nice to just see how you got there, what happened. So maybe we shall just have a slightly sort of contrast colour for the inner part of the flower. I mean, I could put other things in for the flower, but I'm thinking even just a petal. I don't use these petals very often. As you can see, I've coloured some of them just to a sort of petal like that is just nice, and it goes with the white anyway. So I don't know if we need any extra stuff or not onto there. I think that was perfect. I think these are lovely. May I say so myself? Well, I may, I suppose. I did create them. And then maybe we could have a couple of little bits, but I don't think we need it actually, to be honest. I'm quite happy with the way that these have turned out. Do let me know your thoughts. And yes, here we go. There they are. So that's a 10-fold one, so that would sit like that on your mantel shelf. And this is just your left hand opening one. And yeah, I think they're pretty nice. I like them. So just using my bits of vellum, yes, and my flowers, which I don't make very often, which I think I'm going to start making a tin full of florals, different colours and probably different ones. So thanks so much for watching. As I say, do let me know your thoughts, and I will be back. Well, I'll be back with you in real time a week on Monday, Tuesday, probably to draw the people who have won March's Tag Tuesday. And Tag Tuesday this week coming is metallic textures. So if you want to join in, feel free. And I will see you very soon. Thanks so much. Bye.